Greetings to you. Lord, usher us into a divine experience with you today and forgive the moments we strayed and walked in our own way. Thank you for letting us engage you in our decisions and help us to share your message of love enthusiastically. God, we thank you that you desire us to wallow in the wonder of your ways, while at the same time, you want us to be aware that there lurks in each of our lanes of love an insidious serpentine presence called Satan, whose agenda hid in a secret place until a private moment was made and he inserted himself in your garden of glory. His ways are cunning and calamitous because Satan often employs our feelings to serve as vehicles to transport us to places of pain, particularly for those who live in the dark shadows of life without the brightness of intellect nor the light of enlightenment. Satan loves to pair with those of us endowed with a hot temper, shackled to a mind that's always opened to gullibility. Satan knows that many of us, however, are kind by nature, and we willingly share our time with people who have in some way captured our hearts. Please understand that's his calling card. That's why we are at times victimized by our own kindness and injured by our own words. Our genuine love is not always appreciated, and Satan does have lieutenants, young and old, but all are too immature to recognize that his purposes for them are evil and destructive. Even the introduction of hell is often seen in the theater of absurdity and carried out by loud voices bellowing untruths. And many will believe them because the world is baptized in their own emotions, and many suffer from bankruptcy of any degree of logic. But do not lose your composure. Understand sometimes Christianity is measured not in what we can achieve, but what our faith allows us to take. And at times, we must take the venom from the vipers and rise in the midst of it. We who are in his care must learn how to resist meaningless prattle that drips from the mouths and tongues of those that have not been released from their demonic ways. We who are in his care must learn of Satan's trickery that he concocts and places them in the hearts of those blackened by the blight of jealousy and hate. But oh, our God included our enemies in his redemptive plan. He knew our hearts were vulnerable and would be broken in this life. He knew how astonished we would be when we discovered just how much damage Satan had done to the hearts of those that had our hearts. So today God speaks with a gentle zephyr, refreshing the pathways of our healing hearts, and reminds us that we have outlived every challenge that's in our past because of him. Even today, we eased from deep sleeps and brought agreement between resuscitation and reality because of him. Through each wrinkle or moment of discomfort, it was his blood that kept our heads unbowed by shame and embarrassment. It was all because of him. As I leave you today, I want you to know, whatever you go through, whatever tragedy you may have to face, don't let anger rob you of your joy. Go through the displeasure and tell the enemy, I can make it through this too because of him. Think on these things and have a blessed week.